are back. Gary Lubbock, John Leone, Gabby DePaula with you this afternoon. Lafayette wins this one by a 53-45. They did it with a really good second half of basketball, moved the ball, spread the scoring around a bit, and that's why we are going to talk to Kia Damon Olson, the head coach, and also to Abby Antonelli, our player of the game. Here's Gabby.
Thanks, guys. It would probably help if my mic was on. I'm with Abby Antonelli. Big game for you, 19 points. A little bit of a slow start. What got you guys rolling?
I think once we realize it comes down to defensive pressure, like we're a much better team in transition and we have to get stops in order to go. I think our energy was just lacking, and we talked about it in halftime. We will never have the outcome we want if we don't have that intensity that we came out with in the third.
And then can we talk about the underclassmen? A lot of them, Kay Donahue, a couple of the others, freshmen, really came through today. What can you speak about with them?
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna be huge parts of our offense all season. We have Teresa Kiewit, who was our sophomore. She's starting. We're gonna see big minutes from her, our freshman point guard. Kay's a junior, but she is gonna see significantly more minutes, and we need her to have the ball a lot. So all these people are gonna provide a lot for us, and they're gonna have to step up, even though they might be younger.
And how does it help with your confidence right now with getting that first win at home? I know you guys, lost against Boston College, but you guys had a big game today. Had a big third quarter, big fourth quarter, especially for you.
I see a lot of potential for us. We played a great, solid first half against BC, and we won today. We have a lot of younger girls, new girls to different roles, but once we get settled, it's going to be a fun year.
Yeah. Congrats.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Gabby. As Key, I believe, headed to talk to the team in the locker room. John, I think it's time for our highlights, and there are plenty of Leopard highlights here.
Yeah, especially,
so we'll go to them.
Yeah, Gary, especially in the second half. Let's look at the first half first. Early on, St. Francis was pretty effective from the perimeter, and they continued that. I think one of the good things about this win, Gary, is that St. Francis challenged Lafayette with some offensive quickness, and it forced them to play defense. There's Talia Zarinskis, just a glimpse of what she brings to this basketball team, and I think combined with Abby Antignoli, who finishes there at the rim, it really bodes well. That's Artero on the inside, a nice little feed. And again, the team defense from Lafayette was outstanding. Here's Kay Donahue going coast to coast, so aggressive offensively. There's a lot of players for Kia Damon Olson, Gary, that can score the basketball. And boy, Tasha Chudy really had a monster game. Not as much, I mean, offensively, she certainly contributed as we take a look at Abby on another step back and another three. But Tasha Chudy provides some defensive presence on the interior. Watch this bounce pass, but watch the finish by Sauda Nachanaya Gizi. That's not an easy play, and I think that's more of what Kia Damon Olson wants to see as, again, St. Francis with some pretty good perimeter play down the stretch. And this was a tough finish at the rim. That was, let me see who that was. That was Natalie Johnson, who came alive near the end. Brim Beefert with a nice move on the inside. I think Beefert, Chudy, and eventually Jordan Mays, who was out today at 6'2". And again, Abby, what can you say, 18 points today. She's the catalyst. It all revolves around Abby, but I think she is just as happy as anybody about the supporting cast that she has this year. There's a lot more balance, and there's Johnson again. Again, came alive near the end, but again, I think this was a day for Lafayette's defense, Gary. They were challenged. Again, the quickness of St. Francis provided that challenge. Lafayette was up to it. As you mentioned it, they played man-to-man 95% of the time, and they played it well.
And Kia Damon Olson has come back to join us on the microphone. Here's Gabby and Kia.
All right, I'm with Coach Damon Olson. Congrats on the win. Big win for you guys. A little bit of a slow start, but you guys started to get rolling.
Yeah, sometimes it's, working through the jitters. It's only the second game of the season, and we still get a little nervous. And so I knew that was going to be the case, and the feistiness of their defense was going to, present some challenges early on. But I thought as we settled in, we started to figure some things out.
Abby Aktenati had 19 points, 2 assists. Huge game for her. She's going to be dangerous later in the season.
Yeah, she's playing like a senior. She's aggressive, and she's always someone that helps us get our running game going. And tonight, we needed her to step up and take some shots, and she did. And the other kids filled in around her, which is, we're really going to be a team by committee this season. And so tonight was her night. Tomorrow or Wednesday when we play again, it'll be someone else's night. And that's the beauty of how our team is constructed.
Can we talk about the underclassmen? A couple of them really came key for you guys today. Some of them had a couple of points on the board and really got you guys going. Can you talk about them?
Yeah, you know what? We have a bunch of young kids who some of them played a little bit last year and some of them are completely new. And it's really going to be a work in progress for them. But I think you can see the work that they put in over the summer and improving their game. And now that they're getting game minutes to really, show what they can do, they were really coming along defensively, which I'm really proud of, as well as kind of solidifying something on offense for us.
Well, congrats, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you guys.
All right, Gabby, thank you very much, and thanks to Kia for stopping by as we take a look at some of the final numbers before we get out of here. As you'll see that Lafayette shot the ball very well, 43%, John, for the entire game, but a great second half of shooting, 50% in the fourth, 64% in the third.
I think that Kia made a terrific point. It was their second game of the year, but you go up to Boston College, you're playing a Big East team. There's something a little different about playing at home. And what teams want to do, you learn to win at home first. You want to protect your home turf, and that's what it was all about today. It doesn't matter who you beat. A win is a win. It's hard to win at the Division I level, and it's not so much that Lafayette won the game, Gary. It's the way they won the game. Team by committee. I love Tasha Chudy, what she's bringing to this team. Bryn Beefert on the inside. We know what those perimeter people can do. Played with a lot of energy, and they played aggressively.
They certainly did do that. They've got Marist next, and then we'll be back here to take on somebody named Notre Dame. I think we're ready for that one. Join us Tuesday night, though, when the men are here for their first home game. That's a 7 o'clock start as they'll take on Penn out of the Big Five. So that should be a great night of basketball, too. Lafayette wins this one 53-45. Congratulations to the women. Thanks to John Sabino and his crew for a job very, very well done. And thanks for joining John and myself and Gabby. We'll see you Tuesday night. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye, everybody.